Hello and welcome to another episode of Marketing for Your Future. I am your host, Cindy Ashton, and today we have a fabulous guest. His name is Matt Skallerud from Pink Media. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here with you all.
I am so excited to be here with you. I love that you were so niche. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah, I mean it's been an evolution, but it was back in the '90s. We started a gay website called gaywire.com and thought it would be a hobby and kind of for fun, and it took off. And we at that time we became one of the largest LGBT websites out there. So just continue to grow it and evolve with the marketplace and sold it in 2006. And so ever since then, I've been just kind of doing similar things, which is helping companies figure out how to reach their kind of target LGBTQ demographic online, but we were no longer restricted to our own website. So we started to kind of work with other websites, and then social media came along, and so we evolved and grew along with that. And so today it's all about mobile apps and video targeting and social media outreach. And so we do that, but specifically in the LGBT space.
I love it. One of the things, Matt, that you are brilliant at is really developing influencer strategy for your clients. Tell us what an influencer strategy is and why it's important and a tip around that.
Yeah, and that's also something that evolved because as we were becoming more and more out there on social media with our own uh, company and so forth, and then on behalf of clients, what ends up happening is that you end up actually, right by accident, kind of bumping into influencers and folks that are out there, whether they're on Instagram or Twitter and so forth, and you're bumping into these folks that are kind of new, and they're in the LGBT space, and a lot of times they're dedicated to a specific niche, like travel within the LGBT community. So we ended up kind of engaging with them, sharing some of their content. They get to know us, and so next thing you know, we've got clients that were also interested in that kind of outreach and working with those folks. So we ended up kind of matching and pairing up clients, destinations, health-related companies, and so forth, and kind of matching them up with some of the influencers that we had started to work with and engage with online.
I love that because getting engagement online is harder than ever with all the crazy noise out there. So being able to leverage influencers and being able to build strategic partnerships is really, really smart. Now, when you aren't using influencers, how can somebody make their social media more interactive?
Yeah, well, it's I'll even back up one step and even say from the big picture, back when we started this internet website stuff, it was all about being connected, and it was exciting. We're connected. We're going from print and television into this online space, but we weren't really engaged with each other yet. We weren't actually sharing ideas, and not as much. And social media came along and really changed that equation. And I think that that's probably the most exciting next step since the mid 90s when the internet came into our lives, which is that we went from being connected into kind of collaborating. And so everything that comes along when it comes to us working with companies and trying to show them how to succeed online in today's world is to show them that they have to approach all this as if there's actually a human being on the other side. Look at it like a two-way street, like a relationship, so that you start to become engaged with your followers. You realize that you're not just posting things there and speaking at people and hoping that they might see your message, but you're actually showing interest in your fan base and your follower base and others in your industry, and you're sharing some of their ideas and they're sharing yours. And next thing you know, you end up with a much more not just engaged audience, but also that really translates into a lot more people seeing what you have to say. And so I think slowly, and I don't mean this to knock those that aren't doing it, but I'm saying slowly companies are starting to realize this, because they just sort of assumed they could use some of the older style marketing techniques where it was just all about, I'm putting this message out and I'm paying for the placement and I expect people to pay attention to it. Now they don't really approach it. More and more are learning that they have to kind of work for it and earn it in terms of folks, their audience, their customer base paying attention to them.
Matt, that is very, very wise. I absolutely love that because it really is about engagement. I mean, and especially since
Yeah.
COVID happened, people are truly
Oh,
feeling that need for relationships. So I love this approach and thank you so much for being on today's show.
Like I said, it was perfect. I saw what you were doing, and I thought, oh, I might be able to lend an idea or two out here. So thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And thank you to all of you that have been tuning into this episode of Marketing for Your Future. If you want to learn more about Matt, be sure to go to dailyadbrief.com, and we will see you on a next episode very soon.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.